Right. Well, we do the community buttons. Let's say let's talk. Let's see what the community's been up to.
Oh yes, of course. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You with us, Ben? Yeah.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah. So when the
How about now? Yay! Oh, bloody hell. Well, never mess with your setup if it worked before. Fuck. Okay. So, closing those again. This is going to be a nice edit. Yes. Sadly, as I had been telling you lot before when you didn't hear me, Jerry can't be here tonight because he has to work to make entertaining for us. But I've got beer, which is almost as good as having Jerry here. So, hello there, Panzer, Lorna, Dutch, Taurus, Grimwolf, and all the others I may have missed. Tell you what, we've got 3 possible ways this can go today. A, we do our usual run-of-the-mill, I select projects at random to look at with you. B, we make an impromptu Ask Me Anything, and you can ask me on anything you want to know. Or 3, I read the introduction text of the Discworld GURPS role-playing book. So, what will it be? The days asks, what's my favorite color? Red, usually. A, B, or 3? You lot are making fun of me, are you not? Promote the podcast. Yes, for all the 2 of you who not have yet seen or heard about it, Grimwolf and I do a Imperial Interlude Star Wars podcast, and currently we are talking about all things from a galaxy far, far away regarding The Mandalorian Season 2, which for my taste is a rather good season. Dutch, Tricorn or Fez? Have to really think hard about that. Cunt. So is it just me, or is what's his face on tabletop shelling out more content since Wayland took over, or is that just because of the day and year? Is that the usual pre-Christmas ramping up of stuff to shove into people's faces? Which side was my town on in the 30 Years' War? Asks Taurus. To be quite honest, I should look this up, but I'm pretty much sure Oldenburg was more or less a neutral. Funnily enough. Panzer kaputt ass! Is Cyberpunk 2020 the best RPG? To which I will say, maybe. But this is a really interesting question. I will shortly pull up Google. and hopefully type correct. Hold on. Nope. Completely neutral. No, we didn't participate. We just left them running through. Talk. Isn't there a... Wait, hold on a second. Talk. All hail King Talk. Drink. No, Taurus, we managed to let them pass their troops through our region. I'm not getting out those boxes now. Too much structural integrity. Go Cyberpunk. Panzer Kaputt asks, should I say Cyberpunk or Shadowrun? If you're into fantasy and you love your magic and dragons and a fuck ton of deception, go Shadowrun. If you just want your dirty, realistic, cybernetic future, go Cyberpunk. That's my opinion on this. Does anybody recognize this? This is a map of Germany and all its GW stores in 1999. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. That was when the store in Bremen was brand new. But it makes an awfully good Dungeon Master screen, don't you think? Even though there's nothing of interest for any Dungeon Master on it. Most of them are still there, yes. So you lot, give it to me. Do we want to look at random projects, or do we want to ramble along? Can't remember what's in this envelope. We want to do both. Oh, I remember now. Stretch goals from the Kobolds Ate My Baby Kickstarter. All hail King Talk. All hail King Talk. Just look at these nice artworks by John Kowalik. I know they are all small. Begin, he says. Wait, I think we can do better due to the marvels of technology. Plonk. Oh, let's... Where'd I go? This way. Oh, heck. Yes, it's mirrored. Don't ask me why. It should be. Hold on. Is there something I can apply to this? Where is that? Down there. Filters. rules. No, properties. Now we're almost close. Yeah. Not really. So basically, you can't read, but you get the gist of it. Knights of the Dinner Table. No, I think Cobalt Take My Baby eventually, originally was a very small beer and pretzels game by what's his face? Steve Jackson Games. Illustrations by John Kowalik, and there was a Kickstarter a long time ago, and they did it in color, in glorious color. For a quick and dirty game, this is a fuck ton of rules. It's always a great thing to get yourself wasted. Neither can I. Let me read you. Should I read in my best English voice or my worst German accent? Warning! Unlike many other fantasy role-playing games, this game does not contain any dragons. But it does contain many kobolds. Kobolds like to eat. They like to eat most everything, but mostly they like to eat babies. Yes, you heard me correctly, they love to eat delicious, fat human babies. Fat, tasty, sweet little babies. The makers of this game would like to make it crystal clear that we do not condone the eating of the babies. Actually, we don't support, like, 85% of the strange, cruel and ridiculous things related in this book. But specifically, we are 100% anti-baby eating. We repeat, do not eat babies. For the love of all that's holy, please do not eat those tasty babies. Yes, that is actually a kobold dressed up as a dragon. Baby cows are not mentioned here and are also very much to everyone's own demise. No, I'm not loving babies, only the taste of them. Their sweet, sweet flesh. Couldn't tell you where that came from. Now to get Cyberpunk back in the box. If you see me vanish, my chair's broken. Get in my belly. Yes. No, we didn't mention babies. We mentioned something different, and I hope that is gone for now. At least a time. So, what do we do? Projects? Reading Discworld? Chatting on? Well, first we kill the cam for Eddie's lovely face. Or has anybody a project that he would like to share with the community and make a show and tell? No? No volunteers? Sadly. Tell you what. Since I'm in the mood of reading, I will read you the first page of the GURPS Discworld rulebook, which is the introduction to, basically, Discworld. I couldn't tell you, Maddox, if Terry Pratchett did voices for Discworld books and games, but I wouldn't put it past him. though I think that would be more or less a small side role, nothing major, but I may be completely wrong. My audible connections with Pratchett's is more or less, I would say, well, they're all translated in German, so I'm probably not. Torso, Kirby read the books after... What? I'll allow the word, but you may vary. Well, I only heard the complete book spot in the German translation removed, so whoever did them in English is beyond me at this point. So I'm going to try this once, and then we will have a look at some projects. No Mad Dog Stew, we are a bit late to the party, no Jerry tonight, I'm very sorry. You lot really can't understand how sorry I am that Jerry isn't here, because he's the brains of this operation, if we're honest. So, on the back of 4 elephants, the bard walked into the throne room and looked about himself with the confidence of a man who knows far too much about the history of his profession and the privileges traditionally granted to its members. He had never reflected much on the difference between traditionally and actually. His serious pose probably established, at least in his own eyes, he fixed what was definitely intended to be a piercing gaze on the figure seated atop of the podium at the far end of the room. Not far enough, as it seemed to him. Didn't royal architects take their jobs quite seriously? Then he drew breath. "Know you, O Prince," he began grandly in his Londonese accent, "that between the years when the oceans drank lash and its brass gongs for the 5th or possibly 6th times, and the years of the rise of the middle classes, there was an age undreamed of." Atop his throne, King Verence II of Lanka stifled a deep sigh. His own training had been in a completely different branch of show business, but he could tell a string of clichés when he heard one. After a few more sparklings, a gleamings, a grandeurs, his impatience got the better of his good manners. Yes, he interrupted the bard. "I believe that I have the idea, but really, you know, I am looking for just now a summary of the current political situation on the Stowe Plains, from your exact point of view, of course." The bard, thrown by the unusual experience of being interrupted, glowered slightly from beneath bushy eyebrows. "A summary, Majesty?" he inquired unhappily. "Yes, a summary," said the king. He was a man who normally derived most of his ideas from books, but some of those books were quite insistent about the ancient wisdom of the bardic orders, and so he'd opted to investigate the oral traditions just this once. The bard took a few moments to chew his new idea over. "It's a little irregular," he said, "but I suppose that a precise might be possible." "Give it a try," said Verence encouragingly. "Well," said the bard, "you are aware, O Prince, of the recent wars between Borogravia and, well, practically everyone else?" "Certainly," said Verence. "And of the undertaking in mighty Ankh-Morpork of the brazen beads and the mighty smell, in Ankh-Morpork?" "Only the basics," said Verence, leaning forward. "Do you have details?" The bard was the one who stifled a sigh now. Civil engineering wasn't really his forte, but such were the times. "If I were Frederick the Great, I would be 2 heads shorter." So, before I bore you to death, we will jump on to our lovely, lovely forum, if the site is up. Still loading, still loading, still loading, still loading. Projects. Oh, I know you're not seeing anything. Hold on a sec. Where is that button? There he is. Hang on a minute. And we need to jump. Jump. Oh, I hate this when this happens. Properties. Firefox. Dong, there it is. No, he's really working, Panzer. He has been painting away until, I think he told 3 AM, and is still doing stuff to get his painting finished, so he can record 3 playthroughs, or let's plays tomorrow. Armada, yeah, probably. Which should be interesting, though I think the ships are a bit too big. So, anyone want a guess? Tick a random number? Well, why don't we go with Crisis? What Crisis? Part 2. Let's see what's there in stock for us. Hazy boy. Oh, see. Let me look into my crystal eyes. There will be brain matter beige at some point. So, he has been up to Marvel again. That's the part 2, I'm guessing. And he's doing the Punisher. And where's the brain matter beige? Where is it? There it is. It's funny how this little trick really pulls all things together. And I'm really tempted to try this, but I'm really scared shitless that I will ruin my paint job. I also need to get myself a new text document to have my URLs for the show description later on. Go back. What do we have here? Daredevil in blue. Why is he blue? I'm off a bit. Is this Daredevil? I thought Daredevil was in red. Or is that some Daredevil adversary? Bullseye. That's a name I remember, but why didn't I read it? Ah, because I'm blind. So he has done him before. See? This is how things work. First you do the good one, then you do the bad one. I think. And again, somewhere in there is brain matter beige. How many of those do you usually go through on your hobby projects? Ah, lovely. All red things. And I like this base. Even though it's, again, foot on rock, what I think we can give it a pass on this one. Beast of War being slow again. Interesting take on the lighting from below. Though, this is again why I don't like 3D printed stuff. It really looks like a distorted image from an old television. Like some weird filter or something. Oh, and here comes half-assembled Kingpin. And Beast of War not really loading anytime soon here. Are you not all on this right now? Hitting buttons? I like the simplistic way these bases are managed. Oh, and Thanos, which I only have heard of through the medium of memes. Yes, I have not seen the movie, nor do I intend to, because who cares? Call me a heretic, but superhero comics have been past me since they first did The Dark Knight and went the way of the graphic novel. When the innocent superhero wins the day comics went away, more or less. How long is this second part? Too long. Way too long. Wait, I know this guy. I have seen him. Hold on a sec. No, can't get to him. Somewhere back on there. A Disney Infinity miniature. Dutch, I'm not only a fan of Star Wars, but some things are left to taste. And Marvel Comics and the movie adaptations are surely something. No, I really don't care. It's such a clusterfuck of movies. There's so much going in and on between the movies that is... No, not my kind. Not my cup of tea. Not even my bottle of beer. Speaking of, I have 2 bottles here. When those 2 are empty, I'm probably telling way too much things I shouldn't be telling. And that's why I will be ending the stream shortly after the second beer is empty. And there's nothing you lot can do about it. There's no way you can keep me online. Not currently. Anywho. So Easy Boy, nice one. But your brain matter base is really too much. Right. What should we look at next? If I go this way, will we have another comic related thing? Let's take a look. Barley, doing a project for Infinity Corvus Belly, so no Infinity Stones. What did he do so far? Not much. Did assemble things. And that's all. That isn't very much to go by, is it? Yeah, assembly and priming would be 2/3 the way, but it's the last third that mainly gets us. Another one. We need another one. We need our numbers pulled up. Small is the new big. Let's see, what is this? This is by Dunham99, and he does Forest Dragon 10mm fetid. Oh, this is a project of those lovely 10mm fantasy sculpts, which honestly, just talking about the way they are sculpted in 10mm, holy smokes. Kudos to the designer. I love them. Oh, and seemingly we already have been here quite some while ago. So what did you do? Another one bites the dust.
I see what you did there. I approve.
So he did Isabella, is she called? Let's take a quick peek. And imagine this is just 10mm. This is really tempting. I'm gonna be honest here, and maybe that's beer talking out of my mouth or my ass or wherever, but these little miniatures are really something that start to tempt me to get myself a resin 3D printer. That being said, I neither have the money nor the space to put one. So this is on the list of want to do things way back somewhere else, maybe eventually. Especially with something like a resin printer, which you can't put outside in an unheated area where the resin probably will go bad or not cure correctly. But I really like these. Do more of these, Mr. Dunham 99. Do more of these. Many more. Next. Oh, we were just speaking about him. Let's look at Jerry's Armada. So, what has he done so far? He has finished some lovely dwarven, steampunky. Well, let's be honest. If you put them on a flight base, those could very well be Battlefleet Gothic cruisers. For intents and purposes. Deadly, how cold does your garage get? Usually. Mine gets close to 0 degrees in winter. There's no use in putting there anything liquid. Never mind trying to do hobby in that temperature. I say, you lot, give this man some likes. This project needs some lovin'. And our gentle giant Jerry can use some cuddles, even if though they're not just virtual. Because, and let me make this clear, I think Jerry, despite of his special humor at times, is a very decent person. And I like him very much. And the current situation is a pain in the ass for him and most other people. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We could pester him on his project in the comments. Let's see. What could we write? Suggestions? Stuttering stream? Shouldn't be. The Basilians need rigging. This is a quote that's going on there. If I wait a second. Hello, you are live on Twitch. probably get killed for that now. Oh, no, the days. That's something you can tell him on your own. And I don't need to blame you for the comments. Twitch records your comments, lads. He can read up on them. So, don't try to bail. Next. Well, is there something? Shiny. Shiny boots of leather. Shiny, shiny. I did not type anything. I can't type to save my life. Yes, this is going slow. I think Piece of War doesn't want to play nice with us tonight. Did any one of you get on the site now? Venus and Furs by what should we call it? Velvet Underground. Sung by the lovely Nico. Or background vocals. For some reason it doesn't want to load. Let's see, can we do this again? I'm probably getting flagged now by the weird protection system, Cloudflare, that's the name. Crazy Red Code. Oh, he who does all these Kingsguard from, what's it? Fire and Ice. Did that thick bloke ever finish the book now, or is the end still open? What's up, Toffee? What up? Yes, from here on now we all blame Wayland Panzer. It's always Panzer's schuld. Wayland's fault. Well, that was a slip of the tongue, was it? So let's see. He's done Sir Jamie. Went a bit more Lannisters. Well, I couldn't tell you if it was more Lannisters because... but if you remember, he had an oopsie with the shield, and I think he did a quite good job of fixing it. Doesn't look burned anymore, just like slammed into someone's face. Oh, this is a screamy dude. I bet he has a very high-pitched voice. Brienne, the man lady of thoughts. You know what I always find interesting? When people bring up pictures that are obviously taken just quickly, not set up. All that nice text that is somewhere around and that gives away information about them. I love those things. But also, Crazy Red Coat really does nice paint jobs on these board game. Wait a second, this is not anything from A Song of Ice and Fire, is it? Is that some weird extension for House Stark? Also, for a grim, dark, gritty future, much too clean. Way, way too clean. And not enough fur for some space wolf do that. More bones, more fur. They're called space wolves, not space tuna cans. Or space smurfs. Speaking of space smurfs, audience, what was the last thing you really, really enjoyed painting? What gave you real a sense of accomplishment when finished painting? Could be a simple mini, could be a army of sorts. I would really have to think, and probably what comes close to that are these little buggers from, what's their face again? Morg Miniatures. Which I have been told could potentially be doing a new Kickstarter soon-ish. Excited for that. Panzer says his Gangs of Rome's most wanted Sons of Orcus. I thought Gangs of Rome was giving you nightmares. Gorm from Kingdom Death Monster says Dan Lee. That's a big one, if I remember correctly. And Tuffy had it for her Realm Lords. Those were Age of Sigmar? I'm showing complete incompetence here. Apologies, Stanley, if I can't remember. I literally have a very large sieve for a brain in current times. I'm lucky to remember my name when I wake up, and usually, yeah. Oh, this is the 35th, which is about 30 more than I have thought I would actually do. Which is in no small part thanks to Jerry, because he has so much fun stuff to tell. And also, I really want this one on the show sometime. This is my goal. Getting Big Ben on some sort of show, be it live or as a recording. Big Ben, hit me up. I really want to talk with you, hobby, big time. Oh, Panzer Kaputt, speaking of Oakbound, did you back their latest Kickstarter with those weird little thingamajigs? While you answer that question, I'll look at another project to pick out. Let's see. We go. Burrows and Badgers. I'm somehow afraid I may have missed one or two links, but there it is. Well, then I'm be looking forward, Panzer, to you reviewing your newest addition to your stuff. Oh. This is a bad sign. First one is empty. And just now it starts to taste really good. That's, you know, that's the bad part when you're starting to get really going. Wink wink, nudge nudge. And again, Beast of War is not wanting to collaborate. Du verdammte Stück Scheißtechnik! Himmel, Herrgott, Sakra! Grazie fix! See, works. Just threaten them in German. So, 144 Artist is doing Burrows and Badgers. I think we have seen his project before. Let's just make sure we are not running into things. Oh, this is holding. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, yes, we have been here. This is again one of those projects I regret opening. It's a showcase, which in itself is okay. If that bastard would be so bloody talented. So we have a mole with some sort of viewing device as a sharpshooter, perhaps? Which is a very bad miniature pun, which is totally okay with by me. Then we have some lady, whatever animal. Hedgehog? Hedgehog! Hey! I could make out what animal it is. I'm good at biology. And again, these paint jobs. God, look at that eye. Look at that eye. Look at this eye. He's looking at you, kid. Or she is. Nice flower decoration on the skirt. Though, doesn't really fit, I think, personally. And he's certainly having fun with his alliterations. Lovely little lady Lipperoid. This is a cunning fox. Or is it a plan? A cunning fox. What? Spam bot? Where? Oh, no, you... Wait. And... Report, block, done. So this is the third spam bot I had in all these times. Is that a good quota or is it bad? I couldn't tell you. So back to the cunning fox, which could be also a cunning plan. Maybe his name is Baldric. No, Vixen Bounty Hunter. Ah, close. Close. Burrows and Badgers has a very high male to female ratio, or am I just imagining this? Is this why Ben is so fond of this game? I will ask him next time I get the opportunity to talk to him. Which could take some while, because I think we never actually talked directly. Now we have some Beetle Rider. Isn't that a mouse? Shrew Knight Errant. Oopsie. The days I've got to say, I love the Burrows and Badgers minis as a sculpt and what people do with them paint-wise, but they don't tempt me to be buying them and paint them, because I know I would buy them and then stick them in a box and forget about them. And that's simply money wasted on my part. at least in my current situation. But this squirrel clan warrior, is he named? He is not. You know what I'm going to do now, do you, people? I'm going to leave a comment. I name the Jerry. But don't tell him. And here we have a beaver with a lovely back shield. Beavering away. Yes. Yes, yes. Very nicely done. Did I take him on the list? I have him on the list. I think Shrew is a tiny mouse, but I'm as much confident in the English language as you are, Dutch. So, we could be wrong, hilariously. So, a walk on the walk side. This sounds promising. Oh, and the homepage seems to have gotten itself a bit faster again. Faster. Somebody painted it red. Tuffy ears. Oh, she's done a new project with Gothcool Thraka. But that's not his full name now, is it? Though I can't remember what the bloody hell the complete name was. But I'm going to look that up right now. Gothcool Makuruk Thraka. The big chunky dude. Oh, so much detailing. Tuffy, I didn't know you were into your 40k. Or is this simply, that's a lovely model, I need to paint a lovely model, that's something else as a palette cleanser. Nice, dirty, gritty look. No word on what paint she has used. I'm guessing contrasts. Tuffy, you're still with us? Probably not. Yes, there is a Macari going with that model, but it's a more or less a normal Gretchen with a pole. Not as funny looking as the original one, if I'm being honest. Oh, Tuffy is still with us. That's nice. So she can now see how I manage to push buttons and not to drop over my own feet. There's a Hero Quest project. Do we dare go in there? I know GW really has lost its funniness on orcs. But they haven't released anything new for ages, really. Yes, we will go into the project just for the sheer pain this is going to cause me. If I'm starting to sound like a bit with a thick nose, that's because my allergies are kicking in. Because for some weird turn of nature, since I've got my hay fever, I'm starting to react slightly allergic to beer and hops, which is great. Not. So we were last time here when he painted his heroes. I remember those. What is he up to now? Monsters, he says. Cleaned and primed. yet unassembled. Gargoyle. Mummies and skellybobs. Speaking of skellybobs, I'm still waiting for Heresy Andy and his Skellybob Kickstarter. I really want that guitar playing Skellybob with flying hairs. I really want that. Really? Well, let's do a refresh on the page, if there has been any new projects. Nope. So we will go on to a random page. Where is it? There it is. Let's go 3 and see what pops up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so much joyful stuff. I pick you. Can't not look at a Star Destroyer, can I? So he's trying to do an interdictor model. Oh, now he's showing off. He used the front 42 centimeters of another scale, 1 to 2700 scale Sylvester Star Destroyer he had laying around. Like those are hard to get by. It's not bad. It's not enough pain for me to have him do a proper build of a existing model kit. No. He has to take some salt and rub it into the wound and do a custom build on another Star Destroyer model, which to my knowledge hasn't been done before in this scale. 42. Well, not to think of it. Do you make one more? Or do we do something else? I think we go on somewhere else. Because where was it? Let's look and see if it even was here. I think it was not. Well, then I can't show you. Then we would have to go back to the project system. So, what do we have here? Push of puppies, rubber band flight, we have seen that. Give me something new, give me more, give me shiny. Those are all things we looked at last week. All solid. Let's go Blood Bowl. Since coming Sunday, if I remember correctly. Hey, Oriskany! Welcome to this more or less working, what's it called? Stream. I may or may not be slightly drunk, a little bit, but we're having fun. So, Rigabot41 is claiming to have an overdose of teams. Can't be. You never can have enough teams for Blood Bowl. Literally. You may can say you have too many fields, but you never have too many teams. So I think we have seen this before. No, we haven't. What? 4 minis and this is too much? Imposter. So let's see, what does he do? Wood elves with a French flag foreign haircut. Does that mean he's running away all the time? Let's think so. And this is Wonder Woman, he claims. But look at the nice green grubble as basing material. If this isn't proper old school, I don't know what is. This is the generic human thrower from the box. And this is a big bad orc. Overall, nice paint jobs. A bit inconsistent in doing the basing. It's all over the place. But if he has managed to keep those bases consistent through his teams, then all is well. Yes, Jerry is working overtime in painting miniatures so that he can do work tomorrow. Riskany, since you have been late to the party, is there anything you like to discuss? At the beginning of the show, I more or less made this an AMA, but they really didn't took anything serious. Then I offered them to read Pratchett. They didn't want to hear that either. So, if there's anything you want to push out to the crowd, now is your opportunity. All of a sudden, it's silence. Hello, darkness, my friend. Either he's now looking for some links he's going to post us, or I scared him off. Okay, just wanted to make sure everybody is getting what they came for. So, we scrolled through this page before. Let's take a random 5 and see where this takes us. I gotta hurry because the second beer is somehow drawing quite empty. Faster than the first one. Who would have known? And we are waiting for the loading. Yeah, I noticed that you weren't there. I also noticed that there has been some, let's say, weird misunderstandings and hiccups. There wasn't a discussion on Cyberpunk, there was simply the statement that you were attempting to split the community by asking Cyberpunk or Shadowrun. You naughty, naughty man, Panzer. Let's see, anything of interest? Anything that piques? Everything that sticks in my eye? Nope. Let's go. We are going back in time now, really. But, well, why not? 24 hours to build and paint the gas school. That's... I think the painting... I don't know how this model assembles, but judging by the Indomitus box, I'm guessing building was the worst part of all things considered. You lot in chat behave. Let's go, hey ho. Somehow, somewhere, over the rainbow. Let's go busts. We haven't done those in a long time. Busts are a thing that do tempt me, but I'm very restrictive in spending money on them because I know even if I start painting them, I probably won't do them to a standard I'd be happy with them. So I don't do them. Oh, this is one of Jerry's again. This is coincidence, I swear. So what has he been up to? Oh, I think this is this project he has shown on the Weekender way back when. Obviously, it's a bit dormant. But still, and that model just looks awesome. That's the kind of troll I want for my Blood Bowl team. Do we have another one? No, there's city sounds in the background, Oriskany. I thought I remedy the silence when I'm taking a sip or not knowing what to say, so it is as bland. Yes, Panzer, I know you love busts. You dirty old man. You dirty, dirty old man. Yes, so it's not going very fast today, is it? Where do we go? Now this is interesting. I have no clue what this is. Romans. I'm guessing Romans? Maybe? Let's see what this is. Yes, it's a medieval town, which is a bit more entertaining than Screaming City or maybe a Starship Bridge, which wouldn't really fit, I thought. I painted stuff by Toros. Oh god, we had seen this. Now I remember. And he's got all the likes. Sorted. Well, since nobody seems to be updating the projects today, I'd say this is it for projects today, unless any one of you has anything interesting to show and tell. Maybe some Kickstarter. Oh, there has been something done. Greywater Fastnets Smog Belchers. And the people say German is a weird language. So, if we have been here all the way back, why is it plopping up again? Probably someone did a comment. Maybe? Is there a comment anywhere? Yes, there is. Well. So, you lot. Dan Lee has a new project he wants to show. Not forgetting it to put into the project log for the YouTube uploads. What do we have? Dan's Dweckholm. Oh, Dwarvens. I think we have seen these sometime before. Let's go back. Yes, this was the last we saw. And using the black magic witchcraft of color correction and color references, he's doing a nice job. Not too fond of the models themselves, I've got to say. This one on the left I don't know if this is still on screen. Probably not. Is it better? Yes. This on the left. This one. I know this is supposed to be a visor. It looks like a plaster. Some band-aid. Blame the designer of the model. So, and here we have the next milestones. Almost done, I reckon. They seem to be lacking a bit of color yet. I love the flaming beard. Oh, I really could go for a flaming mow right now. Who's with me on a flaming mow? Do you remember the flaming loaf? Yes. So, oh, it's getting better. I really wish I could get myself back on track for painting, but currently I can't get myself to paint for whatever reason. There's my painting rack. 99% done. I only need to do the rims on the bases and then cover them in varnish to protect them. But I can't bring myself doing it. I can't, and I don't know why. I just not in the mood. And I'm pretty sure most of you have been at this situation for themselves at some point. What do you do to get yourself back into painting? Yeah, but you were painting anyway, so I need something to get myself painting again the days. And Panzer, the project system in itself isn't bad. The problem, as I see it from a technical perspective, is simply the server behind it isn't capable enough of handling the amount of data you're sending. Mainly that's because the site from On Tabletop is a WordPress installation for the most part, and that isn't scaled to these dimensions. And if the underlying structures like the PHP settings aren't set up to handle large files in large quantities, you're getting timeouts, and this is why bigger uploads tend to fail horribly. And I'm going to say the Cloudflare protection system isn't helping at that point either. Yeah, the days I was thinking of doing a painting stream, but then again, the amount of pre-work I need to do to get it up and running, I just don't have the energy currently. I think it's simply a thing of being exhausted with everything that's happening currently, and mainly the not knowing what tomorrow will bring in regards of, will there be school tomorrow? Will there be sudden lockdowns of anything else? But as Dutch is saying, prepare stuff offline before uploading to any website. I usually do something similar too with going to the project system, taking making texts way ahead of time and keeping them on a notepad just before posting, just in case it goes sideways. Oh, but you know what I did get today? An interesting email. And I think there's a picture I want to show you. Hang in there. This is going to take a minute. And I'm guessing the picture I'm going to show you is going to spark joy in many of you. If Kickstarter is willing to work with me. See? There's an update on Mel's book. And where's the picture I wanted to share? There it is. Isn't he a happy chap? Sitting on a big pile of books. And let me tell you, after he went offline very quickly a few weeks ago after his Sunday stream, I was really scared for him since he didn't come back. And I'm really, really happy that I've backed this book way back when. Even though at the time it was a bit out of my comfort zone financially, to be honest. But I did it anyway, and now I'm awaiting delivery. Yeah, publishing a book is an accomplishment, especially if you have that much on your plate like Mel had. I think if I had a bad year, Mel had a hell of a year. And that's not a pun intended. Yes, Panzer, the book is coming out. It's currently en route to distributors. Where was it? These items have just been delivered to Warlord Games' new warehouse. So these books are finished, printed, and now await packing and sending. Oh, if you missed it, Panzer, this is just from today. It's 2 or 3 hours old. So maybe your email is still waiting for you. That's a brand new update. I guess so. I think I saw it. You have to look closely. And I'm really happy for Little Mel. I want that one. I want Little Mel. And paint him up. And do a Zyphod People Brox. This is going to be great. I think this will be a nice read. But since I'm already in here, I may now go there and here and... Dun dun dun! I think I'm a bit... curious on what this will be. I didn't do anything, Danley. I'm completely innocent. Ooh. Dark Age and Fantasy Fortress, but this is only a... what do you call it? Upcoming project, coming soon-ish. Well, wait and see. Wait and see. Yeah. So let's give it a last refresh. before my bottle is completely empty. Nothing new. So, then I'm calling this the night. 90 minutes must suffice, even though the first 10 minutes have been silent. The day's 5 p.m. British Standard Time. The project. Well, Jim, being nostalgic is a two-sided sword. It can be very warm and fuzzy, and it can be a hell of a ride. Thank you for stopping in. That goes for everything and everybody. Apologies if I made your names sound weird or made some not so nice comments. I blame the alcohol on this one. I'm happy you all stuck with me here for tonight. I tip my hat to you. This once. And, wow, can you have too much alcohol? Maybe. Stay tuned for this next week. I'm going to let you in on a secret here. I'm doing another interview. I'm not telling with who or when, but it's has something to do with miniatures and a Kickstarter. And maybe I will join Warren in his radio tomorrow, if he lets me in. Maybe. So, see you all in hell.